Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Libra. I'm the CareerReading. My name is Abby, and this is your June 2025 full moon reading. Libra, what do we have for Libra? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. So mote it be. Libra, okay, that wanted to come out right away. Welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. Really appreciate you. I really appreciate all the likes and shares. I just looked at all my shares on my channel, and it's cool to see the channel growing. So I really appreciate your support. For all of my returning subscribers, you guys know at the end of every single year, I do a predictions video for all of the upcoming full moons of that upcoming year, and then we journal everything. And then as the year goes on, I talk about those predictions with the full moon readings. And so we'll be going over all of the full moon predictions at the end of this reading. But for now, let's get into this. The card says, the secret to being a good human is learning not to take your shit out on others. Message. Secret to being a good human is learning to not take your shit out on others. So learning to shut the fuck up is a life-changing skill. There's a time and place to express your feelings, but that's usually after you've taken some deep breaths, maybe like a million of them. Once you've figured out what the difference is between your shit, their shit, and just shit that happened. Not every emotion deserves an action. Sometimes you just gotta feel shit, take note, and let it move through you. If you're speaking when agitated or afraid, you're usually talking or taking your shit out on others. Harming someone else will never make you feel better. It just fucking won't. Okay, so now the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting the cards together, Libra, it's Show Me What I'm Looking For by Carolina Liar. And when I was writing that down, I know this group, I know of them, right? But the liar stuck out. So I'm feeling like there's somebody that is either like a huge liar or is being accused of being a liar. Okay? But the interesting part is this song. So the lyrics. Wait, I'm wrong. Should have done better than this. Please, I'll be strong. I'm finding it hard to resist. So show me what I'm looking for. Then it goes on to say, don't let go. I've wanted this far too long. Mistakes become regrets. I've learned to love abuse. Please show me what I'm looking for. That's some toxic shit. When somebody has learned to love abuse, it's like somebody admitting that they've learned how to deal with nothing but like toxic situations and negative relationships, and that's the mistakes become regrets, because somebody's like turning a new leaf there. I feel like could be opening up, waking up, realizing their mistakes. He straight up says, wait, I'm wrong. I should have done better than this, and please don't go. I've wanted this far too long, but show me what I'm looking for. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for you. I'll pay at any cost. Save me from being confused. Show me what I'm looking for. Somebody could be feeling really confused. And I'll be honest, Libra, you are an air sign. Air sign energy can also, it's like the energy of overthinking. So, especially if you have strong Libra placements, you can be confused. Hi, you gonna visit? Hi, buddy. Hi. You just wake up from a nap? You did, didn't you? My baby boba. Alright, what do we have for Libra, please? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity. Oh, you want more loves? Oh, now the other one's jealous. The other one might be visiting us now, too. What do we have for Libra, please? Hi, babies. Enjoy my cards. Okay, so underneath the deck, we've got number 46, inspiration. Ideas spark conception and impulse. So it's interesting because the song, show me what I'm looking for, they're asking for inspiration, and that's what's on the bottom of the deck here. Somebody's looking for inspiration. Somebody's looking for help, basically. But they they're looking to be inspired. They're looking for ideas that are going to spark conception, give them, impulse, passion, that kind of energy. This is all like third eye energy, so it's like somebody waking up, like opening up, like woke, becoming woke. Top of the deck, we have the solar plexus chakra. So, card number 15, the 15th of the month could be significant. You also could be experiencing some endings and new beginnings, and that's where this inspiration is taking place. It's like something is ending, like a cycle of some sort. 4 plus 6 equals 10. That's why 10s are endings, but also beginnings, because 1 plus 0 equals 1. So it's like something is ending, but then it's like they're being inspired to start something new. Now the solar plexus chakra is it's all about self-definition. So it's like the energy of I do. Like I do feel this, or I do want to do this, or I do this. This is what I do. This is me. If you hear giggles, I'm babysitting my girlfriend's son. And he's watching SpongeBob right now. But yeah, so your solar plexus chakra is like in the stomach area, okay? If your solar plexus chakra is blocked, you could be having like stomach aches, tummy issues. You could be eating unhealthy. But if it's open and healthy, you're eating well, you don't have stomach issues, you could trust your gut, trust the way that you feel, So I feel like for a lot of you, honestly, like just being honest, like you may have a blocked solar plexus chakra, and you might want to look into that. For some reason, I'm getting, you know how they say that you can, win a man over with his stomach or something like that, like win a man over with food. Might have something to do with that. So the secret to being a good human is learning not to take your shit out on others. Here's the thing. There could be a person that's like, that doesn't want to take their shit out on another person, right? But instead of communicating that, I don't know what it has to do with the solar plexus chakra, but it's instead of doing something, they don't do something. What do we have for Libra? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So aces are gifts from the universe. This is like the underlying energy going into this. Aces are gifts from the universe. Pentacles are all about money, wealth, material things, coins, right? And this could be like a new project, a new, start to a career, or job. It could be a promotion. Something could have been stolen from someone, though, because there's a 7 of Swords behind that. Could have tried to steal a new start. Somebody could have been trying to steal a passionate new beginning. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's get 3 cards for the past situation for Libra. Those came right out. Wow. So, 7 of Pentacles, the Temperance, which is the Angel of the Tarot deck. It's been popping out all over the place. And then the Wheel of Fortune, which is good. So, finances were growing. You're being protected. Also, balancing between the 5D, 3D. Now, this was in the past. So, there could have been a significant windfall, some kind of Wheel of Fortune moment where, you were growing your finances, growing your money, and you were protected. It's like the angel. In one of the last readings, I mentioned that, the angel can sometimes also represent like an earth angel. You could have been dealing with an earth angel. But I feel like this is more just like more of being protected. Ooh. Currents. Libra, damn. Things have changed in the current energy. Why? What's coming out in the future? Libra, please. Lovers. All right. So, okay. So, okay. Sorry, Libra. Let's get into this. And my stomach just growled. I'm not even hungry. I just had pizza. Okay. We started with the Seven of Pentacles. This is talking about seeds being planted, starting something new. It's about growth. It's about building. It's the energy of keeping something going. So somebody in the past or recent past may have reached out, planted some seeds. Maybe it was like starting like a new project or partnership, or it can sometimes mean relationships too, but it's like relationships that build towards money that can be really successful. Something had been started there, right? And this was like a divine connection because you've got, protection from the angel, somebody, from the 5D balancing everything with the 3D. So this was like a divine connection or a divine job, or it was meant to be, whatever this was. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune, so we're talking about money, right? This was like a financially beneficial. The wheel, it is all about cycles, circles, endings, but also beginnings. But it was balanced. It was protected. Now, that was in the past, because now we've got the Magician reverse, black magic, witchcraft, and I don't mean I'm a witch. I admit that I'm a witch, but there's just like, pit bulls and, the breeds of dogs that people think that are aggressive and angry. Naturally, maybe they can be, but you can also train them to be, really kind and friendly too. Not all of them are evil unless they're trained that way. Same thing with witchcraft. It's like, it's only what you practice is what you become, right? So, but in reverse, you have to worry about that kind of energy. This is somebody who's spiteful, that's manipulative, that only transforms energy so it's in their favor. It's very dark. And even more worrisome, then we've got the moon, but it's in reverse. Now, not even worrisome. I will say, though, there could be secrets coming out about this dark practitioner. Like, secrets could be getting exposed about this dark practitioner. And it's about something that somebody's been holding on to. It could be money. It could be material possessions. Like, it could have been, somebody could have, like, we saw the Seven of Swords in the pre-shuffle, right? So, this could be, like, something that somebody stole from another person. They're holding on to it. But you have to be really careful about when you hold on to anything. This is usually my money in the bank card, but that's also holding on to money, right, at the bank. But you have to be careful about it, because if you hold on to something too long, it's going to slip away from you anyway. You could lose it all at once, right? But when you work with the energy of the ebb and flow of the energies of the universe and the energy of money, because money has its own energy, right? It's the whole, what you put out is what you're going to come, what's going to come back. So with good intention. So when you're putting something out with good intention, it's going to come back multiplied. But there's secrets that are coming out about this dark practitioner. And it has something to do with what they've been holding on to. Yeah, what they've been holding on to. Now, what's coming in the future? We have the Lovers, and it's upright. So this could be a romantic connection that's coming in. If it's not a romantic connection, it could be something that you're going to just love. It could be like a new business, new job, new career, and it's something that you're going to be really passionate about, right? Then we have the Two of Wands. It could be somebody from your past. This is somebody that you look back at, and it's like you're looking back at all of the lessons that you learned with this person or situation or whatever it is, and you use those lessons in order to courageously step into the future. Now, if you're masculine, you could be stepping towards an independent female, because that's what the Nine of Pentacles energy is all about. Or you could be stepping towards this independent, freedom-loving type of energy. Very self-made, self-wealthy. But this is typically depicted with a female. So you also could be stepping towards a female energy, whether you're male or female, right? But that they're self-made, very independent, very self-assured, very confident. They work really hard. They may even like to garden and just like create things all around themselves. They're very DIY, hands-on, right? Freedom, independence. And underneath the deck, we've got the King of Wands. So if you're single, the King of Wands energy, single King of Wands energy is somebody who's very attractive, has a lot of suitors that are looking at them. He could, date multiple people or whatever, but if he is married or taken, he's a very passionate lover, okay? He can still be flirty, but he's, once he's dedicated, he could be very loyal and a very passionate lover, and I do see the Lovers coming out. So also, if this is business related, he is a master at business. So the King of Wands is definitely business energy. There could be messages coming in about an offer of love to maybe a water sign. Queen of Cups. She's also Queen of Swords. Okay. So I'm just going to leave that there. That's what you've got coming in. I do see, I don't know where this dark practitioner energy, something that somebody's been holding on to, if this is the same person or if it's a different person, and it's like once this energy or once this message or secret is exposed, like it could bring in this new relationship. I'm also getting, it's like once these secrets are exposed, somebody may realize that there was someone who was not lying. Ooh, and I just got someone that was not lying, and so then that's where that person is like, well, then show me what I'm looking for. They may have thought that this person was lying to them the entire time, and it's like they didn't want to believe them. But now they realize that they were telling the truth the entire time. And they're like, holy shit, that's my person. Like, that's where they're reflecting on the past, right? They're like, that's my person. Show me what I'm looking for. I'm sorry I was wrong. Show me what to do. Tell me what to do. I'll pay anything. Those were the words that were in the song. So that's the energy I'm getting from that. All right. What else do we have for Libra? Yeah. Okay, Libra, please. That was different. Okay, that was just different. Okay, we've got retreat underneath the deck. I'm getting two things off of this. Number one, somebody could be wanting to go to a retreat, like, like those health spas or Sandals vacations places or whatever. It's like a retreat where you do couples therapy workshops, togetherness things, or it could be like a convention retreat or a retreat for work or whatever, where you're building skills and learning lessons, whether it's with another person or by yourself, right? Now, the other definition I'm getting with this retreat is retreating into like into solace, retreating, or somebody could have been being aggressive, or challenging another person, and this is like retreat. Like, I'm realizing you weren't lying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Show me what you're looking for and I'm going to back off. Like, I'm sorry for being that way. Top of the deck, shine your light. Shine your light. So, how much time do I have? We've got some time. You're the only reading that I've wanted to look this up. What I'm getting with this, with Shine Your Light, is, be your true authentic self. Your inner light will shine, right? Somebody's going to see the truth, right? Somebody's going to realize someone was telling the truth the entire time. That's your inner light shining. I'm looking, it's right next to the solar plexus chakra card. So this also could have something to do with like when you have all of your chakras aligned, that's what's going to help like really bring out your inner glow, if you will. But Shine Your Light, it's card number 56. And so 5 plus 6 is 11. You could be talking about a twin flame soulmate energy. And then we've got page 118. So January 18th could be significant. November 8th could be significant. Okay, where and how are you seeking recognition for who you are and the talents that you possess? Directly through hard work or indirectly through passivity and acting out? Okay, so remember when we were talking about acting out, the secret to being a good person is learning not to take your shit out on others. So this is like, don't act out on other people. Even if your acting out is like ghosting another person or just like shutting down and being silent, that's acting out. That's like throwing a temper tantrum, giving somebody the silent treatment or whatever, or not returning phone calls or text messages. Your divine energy is calling you to actively seek attention, but for the right reasons, to inspire, uplift, and to direct others to their higher self's greatest potential. Your divine invitation, open your heart fully and take all necessary risks so that your spirit shines out far and wide. Trust the gifts and talents that the universe gave you and commit yourself to their full development to serve both your creator and your fellow humans. Clarification. Don't hide your light under a bushel, as Jesus counseled in the Sermon on the Mount. It's appropriate to use whatever stage you command to seek attention when you use it to further the divine light in others. That's weird. This energy oracle usually never mentions Jesus, but whatever you believe in. Shine your light. Oh man, that reminds me of when I was growing up in church, right? There's the song, This Little Light of Mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. My voice, of course, I'm having problems with my throat right now. It's like Spirit doesn't want me to say something. Probably didn't want me to sing. Okay, so I was screaming last night. I was went to a concert, a show, went to see an amazing drummer. He's the son of John Bonham, who's the drummer for Led Zeppelin, who passed away. But he took his father's place and then had a son who also has a group, and so they both performed, and it was amazing. And it was my girlfriend's birthday, and she got tickets and had an extra one, and so I got a last minute invite, and we just danced and sang and had the best time, and I needed that so bad. I haven't been out dancing in forever. I haven't seen a show in forever, and it was so nice to be able to get out. Okay, so Let's get into the predictions and wrap this up. Hey, buddy, are you going to come and lay down? For June 2025, the full moon is on June 11th at 12:44 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That's on a Wednesday here in the United States where I'm doing this reading. It's the strawberry full moon in Sagittarius. Strawberries could be significant this month. You may eat strawberries to, honor the full moon spirits. Then the cards that we pulled for this month is the Four of Swords. I didn't see that pop out in your reading. It's been popping out a lot, but Four of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. It's all about rest and relaxation, taking a mental break. It's like people who are on overwhelm, overthinking, stressed out, and they need time to relax. They need time to rest, right? To retreat. To retreat. Yep. Then the next card that we pulled was Cultivating Prosperity. And I see that, somebody in the past was working on, had the Wheel of Fortune, was planting seeds and growing. Something happened in the current energy where someone was doing some really dark work. I don't feel like this was necessarily you or it's not the same people. It's like this is one person, that was the situation, but then boom, there's somebody that's like doing work on another, or there's going to be secrets coming out about somebody that was doing work on another to keep them from the success. That's really effed up. But what that brings in is it's like a true love. It's like love that should have happened long ago. And also financial independence. And so that is cultivating prosperity. Then we have number 33, the flower moon, May, blossoming. Something could have started last May during the time of the flower moon, which was on May 12th. So May 12th, there could have been something significant that happened, or something could have started blossoming from then. It could have been anything, a relationship, a career, opportunities, whatever. Then number 12, rose, love. And so roses could be involved this month. Roses obviously represent love. And the number 12, the 12th could be significant as well. And that is the day after the full moon. Then we have the first quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. So somebody needs to manifest with words. Somebody needs to speak up, right? Use their voice, use their words in order to manifest what it is that they actually want. That is telling me somebody needs to actually speak up. I was talking on the point of, somebody could be a shitty human being or a bad human being because it's like they're throwing temper tantrums, but that doesn't even have to be out loud. It could be silent, like they're just like ignoring, shutting down, ghosting somebody or whatever. And that's ill behavior, right? But they need to speak. If they would just speak up, that could fix a lot of things. So anyway, then the next card that we've got is rhodochrosite from the Crystal Oracle message. And rhodochrosite is this pink, it's like a super pink color in the middle there in the center. There's other colors within the stone, but it's the bright pink color that's the rhodochrosite. And it's all about your inner child. And a big message, a big part of this month, a big theme of this month is all about healing. And this includes healing your inner child. So there could be somebody that has, deep trauma or inner child wounds, from a long time ago. And it's like, it could have been from a past relationship or just, bad experiences and things like that. And somebody's learning or needing to learn how to overcome that, get over it, change things, heal the inner child. So then last but not least, I've started using they're called Astro Dice. It's based on the 3 main principles of astrology. And for the month of June 2025, I rolled Pluto, Cancer, and the 3rd house. So you could have Pluto, Cancer, or the 3rd house somewhere in your chart. But when you combine those things together, it means a unique blend of emotional insight and communicative power. Used wisely, it's a source of healing and transformation. So, again, we're talking about communication. Speaking up and using an emotional insight in order to make positive, transformative changes. And that includes, healing your inner child as well. So, Libra, that is where I'm going to leave this at. I hope this brought you answers, clarity, and insight for the month of June 2025. If it did, please make sure that you drop a comment like and share with those who you think might enjoy the messages, and within this reading as well. If you're interested in your own personal message or personal reading, where I dive down deep into like your specific storyline, I have all of that contact information, how to book a reading, in the description below this video. But if this is where I leave you, I really hope that you enjoyed it. I look forward to sharing more time with you in the future. Make sure that you check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Mars, for additional messages. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.